Why spend $500 on a pair of AirPods Max? Or nearly $400 on Sony's WH-1000XM5? When a brand new headphone just arrived promising high-res audio certification, LDAC, hybrid noise cancellation, modular design, intuitive controls, and an absolutely insane 100 hours of battery life, all for $99? That's the bold pitch from CMF by Nothing, the sub-brand created to bring high-spec audio and wearables to a more affordable level. And today we're going deep into the CMF Headphones Pro, analyzing not just the specs on paper, but what real users, experts, and early impressions are saying, while also comparing it against established players like Sony, Bose, Apple, and even Nothing's own headphones. 1. The big question is simple. Is this the budget disruptor that makes premium headphones obsolete, or is it another case of specs that look too good to be true? Let's start with the promise. The CMF Headphones Pro are priced at $99 in the US, £99 in the UK, and €99 in Europe. That pricing is aggressive to the point of almost unbelievable when you look at what's included. You're getting a set of 40mm dynamic drivers tuned for high-res audio, and support for Sony's LDAC codec that allows up to 990 kilobits per second transmission for high-resolution wireless playback. If you've ever compared standard Bluetooth SBC audio to LDAC or aptX adaptive, you know the difference is night and day on the right setup. The inclusion of high-res certification and LDAC at this price point is a clear play at stealing the attention of budget-conscious audiophiles. Pair that with the claim of 100 hours of playback time, yes, you heard that right, 100 hours, and you start to understand why Reddit threads and YouTube comments are filled with a mix of excitement and disbelief. Battery life is often the Achilles heel of wireless headphones. Sony's WH-1000XM5, considered among the best noise-canceling headphones in the world, offer around 30 hours. Bose's QC Ultra? Also roughly 24 to 30 hours. Apple's AirPods Max? Around 20 hours. The CMF Headphones Pro claiming 100 hours of runtime makes it the clear industry leader on paper. Even if real-world usage ends up closer to 70 or 80 hours, that still doubles or triples the endurance of premium headphones costing 4 to 5 times more. In an age where people are sick of constant charging, this single feature could be enough to sway buyers. But let's not get carried away. Battery is one thing. Sound quality is another. According to Nothing's official site, the Pro uses 40mm drivers and supports customizable EQ via the Nothing X app. The sound profile is designed to be balanced yet powerful, with enough low-end punch for modern music but without drowning out mids and highs. Early reviewers from Notebook Check and Sound Guys note that the tuning seems surprisingly refined for a sub-$100 headphone. It's not competing with true audiophile cans, of course, but compared to consumer wireless headphones, it holds its own. The presence of LDAC also means if you pair these with a modern Android phone or a DAC that supports the codec, you'll get noticeably clearer detail, higher resolution treble, and improved imaging compared to standard Bluetooth. Apple users, of course, won't benefit from LDAC, since iOS only supports AAC. This is worth mentioning, because while Android users can maximize these headphones, iPhone owners will be locked into a lower tier of wireless quality. That's a reality across the industry, but it does limit part of the audience. Now let's talk about design. CMF by Nothing is known for bold, colorful aesthetics, and the Headphones Pro continue that trend. They come in light green, dark gray, and orange. The design itself is modular, meaning certain parts are replaceable, which could significantly improve durability and sustainability. The ear cups feature intuitive physical controls, a welcome break from the sometimes finicky touch controls found on premium models. Comfort has been reported as solid, with large, cushioned ear pads that provide a soft seal. At this price, the build is largely plastic, but users have praised the lightweight feel. Unlike the AirPods Max, which tip the scales at over 380 grams, the CMF Pro remain comfortable for long listening sessions. On forums, users compared them favorably to Sony's XM6 in terms of comfort, with less clamping force and more forgiving pads. Of course, premium materials like aluminum and memory foam are missing here, but the trade-off is price and weight savings. What about noise cancellation? This is where skepticism comes in. Nothing claims hybrid ANC, which combines feed-forward and feedback microphones to reduce environmental noise. Official numbers suggest up to 45 decibels of cancellation, which if true would rival Sony and Bose. However, early testing indicates that while ANC is good for the price, it doesn't fully match the premium leaders. Low-frequency droning noises, like airplane engines, are reduced effectively, but mid-range chatter and sudden noises still bleed through. Transparency mode is included, allowing users to amplify external sound for awareness. But again, execution feels slightly less natural compared to the AirPods Max or Bose QC Ultra. The consensus online is that ANC is solid for $99, but not a premium rival, so temper your expectations. Durability and long-term reliability are still question marks. Modular design is a plus, as it could allow for replacing worn-out pads or damaged cables, but questions remain about build quality. Notebook check raised concerns that the plastic construction may not hold up under heavy travel use. That said, community feedback so far is cautiously optimistic. Many users see this as a travel or secondary headphone, not necessarily their one and only. At $99, you're more willing to take risks. Still, CMF will need to prove durability over time to really win trust. Now let's bring in the comparisons. First, Sony WH-1000XM5 at $449. Sony's headphones remain the gold standard for ANC, tuning, and overall refinement. They also include adaptive sound controls and speak-to-chat features that make them feel futuristic. But at 4 times the price, you'd expect them to dominate. The CMF Pro obviously can't dethrone Sony in every category. But when casual users look at features like LDAC support, Hi-Res certification, and 100 hours of battery life, it's clear the Pro punches above its weight. Verdict: if budget is no concern and ANC is your priority, Sony still wins. If value is the name of the game, CMF Pro becomes a serious contender. Bose QC Ultra, priced around $429, focus on clarity, comfort, and adaptive noise cancellation with immersive spatial audio. Bose's tuning is more neutral, with crisp mids perfect for vocals and acoustic tracks. The QC Ultra are also lighter and built with premium materials. But again, battery life is only around 24 hours. You could buy 4 pairs of CMF Pros for the price of one QC Ultra, and you'd get over 3 times the battery. For travelers who don't want to charge constantly, that's a massive selling point. Apple's AirPods Max at $549 represent a different kind of buyer, those fully invested in the Apple ecosystem. The integration with iOS, spatial audio with head tracking, and premium build materials are unmatched. But the weight, the 20-hour battery, and the cost are major drawbacks. On Reddit, many Apple users admitted they'd consider CMF Pro as a throw-around headphone while saving their AirPods Max for home use. That's telling. You could buy 5 CMF Pros for the cost of one AirPods Max. Of course, audio quality and integration aren't the same, but the question becomes, is it 5 times better? Even Nothing's own headphones, one priced higher, face internal competition. The Pros seem to deliver more practical features, more battery, and better codec support, leaving some users scratching their heads about Nothing's product strategy. Some speculate that CMF is intentionally undercutting Nothing's mainline products to capture market share. Community sentiment is fascinating. On Reddit, threads about the CMF Pro are filled with comments like, "These can't possibly be real, and I'll believe the 100 hours when I see it." Early owners, however, confirm that the battery life is indeed incredible, though reaching a full 100 hours may require ANC off and moderate volume. Others highlight that while ANC is weaker than Sony or Bose, the value is undeniable. There's a sense of cautious hype. Nobody wants to believe a $99 headphone can deliver on all fronts, but many admit it seems Nothing has actually pulled it off. Experts are a bit more reserved. Sound guys praise the feature set and LDAC support, while noting that soundstage is average and build quality feels budget. Notebook check focused on modularity and color options as differentiators, while also warning that premium users won't be swayed away from their Sony or Bose setups. The consensus is that CMF Pro is not a premium killer, but a category disruptor. It forces every brand to justify their high prices by showing real improvements, not just incremental ones. Let's summarize the verdict. If you want the absolute best ANC and refined audio, Sony WH-1000XM5 or Bose QC Ultra 2nd Gen still hold the crown. If you want Apple ecosystem perks and premium build, AirPods Max are the choice, if you're willing to spend over $500. But if you want the most feature-packed, battery-lasting, high-res certified wireless headphone under $100, the CMF Headphones Pro stand alone. The only real risk is long-term durability and whether ANC improvements can match expectations. For many buyers, those risks are worth taking at this price point. So, is high-end audio finally democratized? The CMF Headphones Pro suggests that you no longer need to spend hundreds to enjoy features once reserved for flagship models. And while they may not dethrone the heavyweights, They've set a new baseline for what affordable headphones should deliver. The question I'll leave you with is simple. Would you trust a $99 headphone as your daily driver, or does the peace of mind of a Sony or Bose still justify the premium? Let me know what you think in the comments, because this debate is just getting started.